Hello everyone and welcome to Microsoft Walking Simulator 2024. I'm joking, of course. This is a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and we're currently just outside of the small English town of Shaftesbury, and we're actually at Compton Abbas, which is a grass strip airfield. And I've just been spending a lot of time in the sim just going on kind of country walks in the English countryside that perhaps I've done in real life. So this is one you can do in the real life, and this is using third-party scenery here, but it's still incredible to me. Like all of the details we can see, and it looks pretty accurate. This is live time weather. Of course, we can hear the soundscape of the birds and stuff, which sounds very good, even though it does seem to loop quite a bit. But you know, I think this is incredible that we can kind of do this in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, to be honest. So yeah, this just adds like an entire level of immersion that perhaps wasn't really there in 2020. And apparently as well, you can see other people multiplayer walk around. So I feel like there's going to be a huge opportunity in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for people to make sceneries just for basically what I'm doing here, just walking. And you could just, you know, walk with random people in various places in the world, you know, even if you didn't like flying, you know, you can just have a walk, or you could land somewhere and go for a nice country walk. And this is a very kind of relaxing element. It would be cool if they added some more stuff. Like we can see our feet, but like being able to jump would be cool. We can run, which is kind of cool, and there's different kind of animations for running and walking. But I feel like this could be really expanded on. Obviously, we have some add-ons like the camp out from 42, which would allow you to play like place like static camping stuff, which I think is going to be great in this simulator. But it's really kind of cool that we can kind of do this. I'm just going to void through the fence here so that we can get onto the correct side of the airfield. So yeah, as you can see, this is a grass airstrip here, and if there was people flying in multiplayer, obviously you can see them landing here, which would be cool, but there's no one really flies here. Another cool feature I feel like, you know, people really haven't explored, because we're only, you know, just getting into understanding what 2024 can do, but is to have kind of like a virtual meetups. I know a few Twitch streamers have been doing that, but it'd be really cool to have like a specific meetup at like a place like Compton Abbas or something, to meet kind of various people who, you know, perhaps fly a certain aircraft or have like a certain interest in, you know, like a various scenery or various part of the world. So I think this is really kind of cool, and this is all from the static kind of scenery we're seeing here. But yeah, with this kind of weather, with this, you know, live weather, you can watch kind of storms roll in whilst you're going for a walk somewhere. Obviously we don't have this level of detail as soon as you get close to any type of like built up area, because obviously the photogrammetry is not very good up close and the current static gem buildings aren't so great. So really we can just use this to walk in nature or in like predefined scenery areas, but even with that, that's a kind of huge step up to what we had previously. So yeah, and this looks unbelievably accurate to the real thing, lighting wise and everything. It's just really impressive. So I think that's really cool that they kind of added this walk around mode, and there's a lot of people kind of exploring with it. But it's so cool just to fly somewhere, even to a virtual airfield, and then just land and get out. And I feel like, you know, scenery developers are going to really have to take full advantage of this. You know, I think there's some limitations, like you can't walk up like physical objects, that you just kind of like kind of glide through them, but like it'd be really cool to have like fully walk-in interiors, I feel like something which would be really cool is to have like a virtual house that maybe you could even customize and sort of kind of walk around there. That would be awesome as well. So there's kind of a lot of things that could be done that I'm quite excited for in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So this is like the main car park area, and yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. Obviously the simulator had well, it still has a lot of bugs and it had quite a rough launch, to be honest. We had quite a lot of server issues, we had quite a lot of problems, and obviously that's not great, and I feel like they should have spent a bit more time to fix through those issues before launching the sim. But you know, the sim generally now is quite stable. There's still some issues, but you know, it's actually possible to do flights, and I think, you know, the future of this simulator is, it's going to be great, really. There's a Piper Warrior, I think, or it might be an Arrow. So you know, it's really cool. And here is something pretty cool. So this is the Diamond DA42 from CALS, and they've officially updated it to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 compatibility now, so that's cool. So if we look around this aircraft, I noticed that there's no like interactable elements, there's no static covers, anything like that. Perhaps they will add that in the future, but there's no denying here. Oh yeah, they haven't added it so you can kind of phase under the wing, which some aircraft have. But I think it's a pretty cool kind of looking aircraft. I'm not sure if they've added, so apparently they've added the ability when you open the doors in multiplayer other people can see it, but I'm not sure they've added the ability to actually get in from here, so you still have to press kind of the Shift C to get into the cockpit. But as you can see, it is all working and it looks kind of impressive. So the only annoying thing, and this is not really to do with CALS, oh actually it is working now, that's strange. I was going to say that this was a dot, but it seems like they've actually fixed that, CALS, or maybe it takes a while for the system to kind of load up, so that's kind of cool. The battery in this thing's been on for a while, so it wouldn't surprise me if the battery is like kind of draining, and we have a massive fuel imbalance. But apart from that, left and right engine is on. It's been a while since I've actually started this up, but I believe what you do is you switch the engine master on, and it pings at you when the oil pressure is low. And then okay, there we go. And then you just start it like that. So yeah, impressive sound from this add-on. And let's do the right engine now. You have to hold it for a little bit to get it to start, or perhaps I'm missing something. There it goes. So the alternators are already on. AV master needs to go on. It's probably I missed the fuel pumps. That's probably why it wasn't starting. I probably just like hot started it, but. So we need to put the stool heat on, which is, well, the pitot heat's there and the stool heat, okay. Let's reset that. Engines are very loud on this thing. So they've updated, the stool heat has failed. I wonder if the stool heat requires the RPM to be higher. I mean, this is pretty much a study level aircraft here. So you know, it's pretty cool. We'll try is the keyword here. I haven't flown this since Flight Simulator 2024, so this could go awful, but we'll try and do like a circuit at Compton Abbas in this, and we'll see how that goes. So let's okay, the engines work. We turn down the volume of that a little bit. Okay, so like the oil temp is a little low. I'm supposed to leave the engine to warm up for a little bit, but we will. We are just going to go anyway. So let's release the. There we go. So they've improved some of the flight handling from 2020 to 2024. And I don't claim to be an expert at all in this plane. So you'll have to bear with me as we just do like a small little circuit. So the circuit height is 1,800. So we can set that in here. Just keep an eye on the circuit height. We can select the flight directors. I believe we can pop her into go around mode or takeoff mode, sorry, so that's great. And we just need one level of flaps, which we have. Like I said, this aircraft's quite complicated and there is a full checklist for it, and I'm not claiming to be an expert on this aircraft, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool just to kind of show what I feel 2024 can offer in terms of the walk around and sort of this immersion. So also the grass gets deploying behind us, so it should do. Look at that. That's cool. It only goes to a certain level, but it's still cool. So this scenery hasn't been fully made for 2024, so I do notice that the grass is a little bit too long, but it doesn't look terrible. But in real life they kind of cut that grass a little bit. Okay, let me just do a very basic check of flight controls. Everything looks good. Some more. Okay, everything looks good. Our oil temp is slowly getting up. It shouldn't really take off with the oil temp not warmed up. We're slowly just increasing. Look at this. And we just wait until rotation speed. We might have needed an extra level of flaps, but we can pull up just like that, and we'll shove the gear up. Let's nose down a little bit, and we'll do a slight left turn as we kind of come through up here. Beeping means the aircraft is just about still. I probably should have gone on an extra level of flaps potentially, but let's stay within the circuit now. Oh, up to about here. And we can slightly level off now. And it's kind of impressive. Like, I find the scenery very impressive in Flight Sim 2024. You know, like I feel like this is the biggest improvement they have done from it. So it's just very impressive. Let's turn now onto the downward leg. Maintaining roughly around 1,800. Needs to turn right a little bit, so we should be lining up for that hill there. Wind's quite light today, which is nice because it's been very stormy in the last couple of days. So, you know, we'll lie weather on. It's not always been perfectly possible to do this. And you know, there's a potential we might have to go around. We'll see. The alarm is because of the landing gear, but that's fine. Okay, we'll put in one level of flaps again. And we're looking just for the road. We will turn slightly past. Just in a second here, we'll start the turn. Watch out for the windmill. We need to fly left of the windmill, so put a little bit of rudder in here. And kind of come up here. Gonna put the next level of flaps, and now we'll put the gear down. I really probably should have put the landing light on as well. Okay, so let's continue. Slightly out of the circuit. We should be slightly to the right of that forest, but it's fine. Close enough. Okay, and now this is the dangerous leg as we kind of want to turn it around here. Slightly off, but we'll be okay. This plane seems to land a lot kind of heavier than I remember. Okay, that was a little bit of a high landing, but hey, we made it. Probably didn't do the landing gear amazing work there. Like I say, I don't claim to be an expert in this aircraft, but it's really nice to have a kind of a study-ish level kind of general aviation plane actually compatible with Flight Sim 2024 now. So for some reason the throttle wasn't working, like that wasn't animating, but I could move it manually and the engines were working. So I don't know if that's a bug in the sim, or I don't know if that's a bug in this add-on. I will let you know if it happens again. But yeah, I mean, this is a great little add-on, and yeah, it's nice to have an actual general aviation add-on now, which you know, is really in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know, like kind of from a study level. So yeah, if you like this video, let me know and I can look into doing more. I have a few ideas, but yeah, I kind of really like the kind of immersive nature of this simulator. I think it's really cool.